Morning, everyone. Sorry, I didn't plug in the microphone. I was just talking about how I didn't think YouTube had any results because I didn't really have chats, and then I saw that I had 39 subscribers, which is a lot more than before. And my videos on medical device cybersecurity, which was my niche back then, just got more views, and is very curious. I think YouTube is pretty confused with my content. Um, and yeah, what was I talking about after that? Yeah, sorry about Twitch because mm, it's been saying day 13 for a long time. And yeah, usually Sundays I work on this, on the like either getting the certification or improving my Twitch stream or whatever stream I'm doing. But this last Sunday I had to work for the my employer. Happens. Like I think it was the first time. So really busy right now. And yeah, I wasn't able to do that. So this weekend should be good. I'll make sure that it stops saying day 13 for like the fifth, the like no, the second, third week, something like that. So sorry about that, folks. Hope it doesn't disturb you too much. Okay, so hack the box. We're hacking the box today again. Um, can we hack the box? What else is there to say? I think that's it. I don't know. So Windows fundamentals. Yesterday, yesterday we made so little improve. Like in retrospectively, we did little, but what it meant was everything. Because I'm not satisfied with how it look. It looks like dramatic. Maybe it's good. I don't. I never know. This side is good. This one's horrible. I need to get another light here. Do you want this for today? Do you want another light? Unless I'm getting confirmation in the chat, I'm not gonna do it. But if the people speak and the people ask for another light, I'll give it to them. The people need to speak first. Okay. So cool Z's. We are on Windows fundamentals. Ooh, excuse me. Hack the box still didn't get that I was doing that. Like I've been on it forever. I've been on this page for like 3 days now. Probably like, since like Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Even Monday I think I was on it. And yesterday we were setting up firewall rules so that we could connect. Um Dude, I really have to. Yeah, the people have not spoken, so I think maybe it used to be brighter when I started streaming at 6. When I started to stream at 6, it used to be brighter, but now it's full dark. Happens. Winter for ya. Starting soon. All right. Cool Z's. NTFS basic permissions. We did all this. Created a network. Created a file folder. We were able to download all our stuff. That was wonderful. That felt great. So I think we did this. Now, why would we want to mount a share? There's more granular control with NTFS permissions that can be applied to users and groups. Anytime we see a gray check mark next to a permission, it was inherited from a parent directory. By default, all NTFS permissions are inherited from the parent directory. In the Windows world, the C drive is the parent directory to rule all directories unless a system administrator were to disable inheritance inside a newly created folder's advanced security settings. In many cases, the system administrator of an organization would be responsible for deciding what permissions a user group of users gets over network resources. This is why many spear phishing attacks are directed at system administrators and other IT leaders. They have a lot of influence over what is allowed in the environment they oversee, even more so than the organization's non-technical C-level leaders in many cases. For example, the doctor or executives working in the hospital will not have administrative right over the network, but the system administrator will. That's true. Like IT and finance are usually the ones getting targeted by these attacks, from what I see. I mean, it makes sense, right? Go where the power is and go where the money is, right? Right. Okay. Cool. Now let's give everyone full control to share the impact change by trying to create a more mount point to share the desktop on our pawn box. Now there's different things here. Sudo mount tcaf username HTTP student password. Academy win fun. I feel like we learned plenty from this. I don't know. Audit success. Oh, I wouldn't mind checking this out. The logs? Monitoring shares from my computer management. Computer integrity, you know? Yeah, I kind of want to get into that event viewer. Alright, folks. We're creating our target system. And we're going to remote desktop protocol after we get into the VPN. So, open VPN. Hope everyone's good this morning. It's Thursday. We're one more day till Friday. Barca got its butt kicked yesterday. That's too bad. Not sure if you watched that game, if that's of interest to you. But I like Barca, and yesterday I heard people cheering while I was falling asleep, and I was hoping that I would see some good news when I woke up. I hope I'm not spoiling anyone. But we didn't. We didn't at all. It was a bit too bad. Alright, error something went wrong. Please try again. Alright, I'll try again. I have 1 hour 53 more, man. Take your time. Yeah, Barca lost yesterday. Apparently, Lamine Yamal played really well. So, yeah, but PSG is really good right now. PSG is really good. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind PSG winning. It's just I prefer when Barca wins. DE 136. What the hell? Something's up with my internet today. 136. That is a lot. Maybe this will slow it, make it faster. Having a VPN, I don't know, that's closer to the network. I did a AWS certification on cloud architecture, and one of the features that you could get is a direct connection from your data center or from your office or from whatever internet point directly to the AWS. So they have their own wires that connect directly to the AWS, and that makes it more secure, and that makes it faster as well. I wonder to what extent, like getting a VPN that connects a little bit faster would make a difference. A VPN that connects a little bit faster would make a difference in the ping, because usually it's a bit different. 10.249. Don't suggest me my regular user, man. Don't do it to me. Oh man. Alright, so it is. We're gonna remember for later. Our user is HTTP student, and our password is Academy Win Fun. The only time you'll hear me say a password. Academy win fun. Oh, just one. Don't ask me again on this computer. Yup. Probably you won't have to because I'll disconnect and we'll need a new computer. But it's okay. Alright, we got a remote desktop right here. Alright, so we're gonna hide the box and we're gonna go onto whatever they tell us to go here. So let's minimize this for now. Do you remember what share? We didn't manually share C. The most important drive with the most critical found windows is shared via SMB at install. This means anyone with a proper access could remotely access the entire C of each Windows system on network. Computer management is another tool we can use to identify and monitor shared resources on a Windows system. Alright, let's explore a little bit. Let's explore. So here we are on computer management. Sounds like a course where the goal is to make someone CIO one day. Computer management. Wow, yesterday I met such a smart CIO. I didn't meet him, but I saw him in a conference. Well, not a conference, like one of these presentations. Whoa, that guy knew his stuff, huh? It's really impressive what people like can achieve. Like, there's some like really good talents out there in cybersecurity and in digital transformation and IT. Just have to find it, and I think pay them pretty well. I don't think a guy like that is cheap. All right, so computer management. They're saying click right, or I can click right there. Wait, all right, let's go. Whoopsies, open one on my real laptop. Don't look. There you go. E. Oh, dude. Oh, man, I only know the shortcut on how to open Windows. I actually don't know how to open the files. Is it like this? Is this? Talk to Cortana. Cortana. Hola. When you're signed in, Cortana learns how to better serve you using data such as your searches, calendar, and content. Cortana. Muy bien. No, we're interested here. Oh, there it is. There it is. This folder. That's right. Microsoft, we don't need to buy anything. All right. So right click. Hey, we get the same thing. Crazy. All right. Expand. What do we want to do? I don't know. It doesn't really say. We can poke around, shares. We can manage this PC. Ooh, it's like computer management. All right, system tools. We have a task manager. This is where we can install, for instance, we talked about it. Remember when we did Linux, how we could rely on attacks to, or excuse me, rely on task to create persistence mechanisms. A task library. Not sure if you folks can see. It's quite small. We can make it larger. View. Customize. Not really. I can read it to you. And there's a few tasks here. This one's for keeping up to date. You could try to fool someone by saying, oh, this is a regular Microsoft tool forbidden to be deleted by your IT department or something. So this occurs every hour. OneDrive standalone tasks. Update task. When running the task, use the following user WS01 HTV student. As And this is only like a box environment, like a hacking environment. If it were actually a serious threat, if it was an actual hackable environment, then we'd probably have a lot more scheduled tasks. All right, system tools. So we have a task scheduler. Pardon me. We have event scheduler. Okay, what's the difference between task and event? To view events that have occurred on your computer, select the appropriate resource, log custom view node in the constant tree. Administrative event custom view contains all the administrative events regardless of a source. An aggregate view of all the logs is shown below. I have zero clue. Error. So there's been a couple of errors. Last hour 1. But if I think correctly, like tell me, maybe it's not. But this computer was created 10 minutes ago, right? This computer was created 10 minutes ago, I think. So like why are there some things in the, oh no, it's the same. Last hour, last 24 hours, and last 7 days. So one thing's been particularly noisy. Device setup manager has not been happy. Warning. I have no idea what it is. Reminds me of the stuff my dad used to go through. I have no idea what this is. Can double click it. Network list manager reports no connectivity to the internet. That's okay, you know. Well, I think this type of computer will be hacking for some time. It's from 2025 and some things from January 1st, 2022. How could these exist? No connectivity to the internet. Since 2022, you've been complaining about the lack of internet. Wow. Damn. Cool. So you've seen some of the custom events, some Confin events. Do you want to check out the logs as well? I don't know if you guys have ever seen logs. Security PP, SPP, load perf. Service were loaded successfully. Okay, so these are really logs. So you can have application logs, information. Like how do you like look for something dangerous here? See error. Like if you're an IT admin, do you just like look into this and oh, someone try to log in or recover or logging, excuse me, not log in. It's probably not that relevant. It'd be really nice to eventually get a like CrowdStrike or Sentinel-1 or something instance license to try to pen test a bit, see what it's like to pen test something and then see the result in the EDR or what it looks like, see the logs and everything from the from the defender's perspective. I think this is how you become a good hacker, like understand both offense and defense. And of course having a lot of feedback from like whether it worked or not, trying things, working a lot. All right, a lot of information logs, even though this computer's been alive for not long. I'm not sure why 2020. Was it when the instance image was first created, maybe? On the 1st of January. It's odd, no? Maybe it's a calendar thingy. Okay, so we've been through this. We can go through security logs. Maybe this is where we're going to have more crazy stuff. Okay, Windows security auditing. I also wonder if this happens also on Linux. The same security logging is just we never really go into these folders. Or does it have to be turned on? I'm sure you can do it. You have to be able to touch seams and everything. Wow, that's pretty. Just realizing the extent of logging that there is. Just in today, Microsoft Security Auditing, log on, special log on. This is a lot of data stored in the end. I know text doesn't store much data, but like, doesn't this accumulate like crazy? Does it work yet later with a database to store? Like, you don't have to store all this text. You store the ID to this text. Maybe that's faster. Saves more data. It's crazy. Yeah, I get why there's a whole industry of Seam to like keep track of this and create alerts and oof. Log on. So many things. So many things. Is there like a way to see so it's all audit success? It would be nice to see an audit failure. So set up nothing, system, information, error, warning. Ooh, we like warnings. Distributed COM. The application-specific permission settings do not grant local launch permissions on the COM server application with CLSID. Oh, yeah. CLSID, we know that, right? Unavailable to the user and to authority. Modifying. Okay. All right. Syst forwarded events. Nothing. We didn't forward anything. Maybe it's because there's no internet. Hardware events. Key management service. Microsoft. AppV. User experience, Windows, WS, OpenSSH, admin. Operational, because we didn't really use OpenSSH. We like on this computer, no. Shared folders, admins. Okay. Cool. I think we've done, we've checked out what we wanted to check out. I don't think it's very interesting for you folks. I don't know. Maybe it is. Cryptographic operators. Cool. So we close this. We're gonna. No, we're not gonna close the computer. Let's keep exploring other things. So we look to security logs. Okay, we did that. Let's move on. Nice job, folks. Do you want to do some questions? What is the name of the utility that can be used to view logs made by Windows system? Format 2 words, 1 space, not case sensitive. The utility that we can use to view logs made by Windows. Was it management? Computer management? Oh man, I was pretty sure it was that. All right, let's go again. Computer management. What was the event viewer? The place where we can view logs made by a Windows system. Event viewer, maybe? Event viewer. Oh, okay. Cool. We're on Thursday. We've been working on Hack the Box for now. So 2 hours Monday, 2 hours Tuesday, 2 hours and 2 hours Wednesday. That's 6 hours. We're doing 6 hours and 20 minutes. Ooh, it's almost the time. And we only have 2 questions. It's been a slow week. But hey, we're getting through there. Windows is becoming our donkey on our quest to hack the world. Nicely, of course. Of course. Of course. What is the full directory path to the company data share we created? What is the full path to the company data we created? C user. I'm gonna guess it, guys. C. We're gonna guess it. Users. No, maybe C. HTTP student / company data. Oh my god, forget it, right? Oh no. We were kidding. Oh wait, I opened the one on my computer again. There we go. So if we create new, whoopsies, didn't want to name it shortcut. New folder, company data. Such a boring name. Boring. All right, so we can double click it and we can see the full path here. Oh, it was users. Okay, cool. Those are a few things we had to type. Users, desktop, company data. We could have figured it out. 1 weekly goal complete. Nice. Cool. Well done, folks. We've done it. Cool, we can move on to the next one. Windows services and processes. All right. Services are a major component of the Windows operating system. They allow for the creation and management of long-running processes. Windows services can be started automatically at system boot without user intervention. These services can contribute to the run in the background even after users log out of their account on the system. Applications can be created to install as a service, such as a network application installed on a server. Services on Windows are responsible for many functions within Windows operating system, such as networking functions, performing system diagnostic, managing user credentials, controlling Windows Update, and more. Okay, so services are important on Windows. Who could have thought? Windows services are managed via the Service Control Manager SCM system, accessible via the services.msc. All right, let's check it out. Services.msc. Is that a real thing? Can I just type it? Services.msc. Services app. There's an app called Services. I think it was like a Windows R command for like run. Oh, it's doing on my computer. That is not what I want. Windows R. It's still gonna do it on my computer. Damn it. Run. Run. There we go. Now we want to do whatever they're saying us, which was services.msc. Services.msc, that's right. Services.msc. Boom, enter. Oh, that's all there is. I was hoping for something crazy. No. Boring. Okay, services.msc is like where you can see it. All right. Service Control Manager system is accessible via. Okay. Mm. This add-in provides a GUI interface for interacting with and managing services and displays information about each installed service. This information includes the service name, description, status, startup type, and the users that the service runs under. It is also possible to query and manage services via the command line using sc.exe, using PowerShell commandlets such as get service. Okay. Yeah, kind of boring, huh? Processes run in the background on Windows system that either run automatically as part of the Windows operating system or are started by other installed applications. Processes associated with installed applications can often be terminated without causing severe impact on the operating system. Certain processes are critical. If terminated, will stop certain components of the operating system from running properly. Some example includes Windows logon applications, system idle processes, Windows startup applications, client server to runtime, Windows session manager, service host, and local security authority subsystem. Okay, let's try to cause one of them to break down. Let's do it. We're gonna press ChatGPT. I am a teacher on Windows, and I am trying to show my students that certain processes are critical in Windows. To do this, I want to stop some of them on a VM to show them how it works, how the system reacts. How can I stop these services? I'm doing all this like justifying because otherwise it's gonna be, we'll crash or freeze the system instantly. That's what we want. Stop trying to do that. Like every day I get this notification. Stop doing that. Block. Can you remember the decision? No, don't temporary block. And don't cross-site cookies. Don't cross-site cookies me. Every time I refresh, huh? Alright, safer and demos. No, we're definitely killing everything. No, okay. This way, if Windows become unbootable, you can restore instantly. Okay, so open Task Manager, details, show the column, like description so student can see the processes are running. Okay, Task Manager, okay, I see. We're gonna do this in a second. That's boring. We can do it. I think it's gonna do it on my computer. Yep. Not sure what it showed on Ustream, but it did on my computer. I think we just press Task Manager. We could go there and like end some tasks. Anti-malware service executable. Is Hack the Box having anti-malware? Oh, stop the antivirus. Okay. Let's end task. Do we want to try this end task until we see something bad happening? Audio surface. Yeah, we don't need that. End task. I thought it would protest a bit more. Your phone? Yeah, end task. Wow, there's a lot of... All right, let's look for service. Service host, there we go. Service are important. End task. Any process will come to go unstable or shut down, causing you to lose all data that hasn't been saved. That's way less fun than I thought. Crushing things on Linux is way more fun. Yeah, we're not gonna crush anything. I mean, it could be great laundering opportunity, but I don't think we could reset this instance. I think you only get one instance, one target. So at 6:36 having to end the stream or decorate for an hour and a half would be the most fun. Okay, so a little bit underwhelming. Okay, so certain processes are critical. Yeah, that's all we learned. Local Security Authority Subsystem Service. LASIX. LSAS. Sounds like a French person trying to say SAS. SAS. Software as a Service. LSAS. LSAS is a process that is responsible for enforcing the security policy on Windows system. When a user attempts to log on to the system, this process verifies their log on attempt and creates access tokens based on the user's permission levels. LSAS is also responsible for user account password changes. Okay, even as associated with this process, log on, log off attempts are logged within the Windows security log. LSASS is a highly valued target as several tools exist to extract both clear text and hash credentials stored in memory by this process. Is it where Mimikatz is involved? Do you guys know Mimikatz? Mimikatz is where Mimikatz operates. So Mimikatz like stored your passwords. Mimikatz like stores, like steals passwords somehow. Varonis is going to tell us. It's a green-eyed, glowing-eyes cat. Benjamin Delpy originally created originally created Mimikatz as a proof of concept to show Microsoft its authentication protocols were vulnerable to an attack. Instead of inadvertently creating one of the most widely used and downloaded threat actor tools in the past 20 years, dubbed one of the most powerful password stealers by Wire.com, any IT professional tasked with protecting Windows needs to pay close attention to the latest Mimikatz development to understand how hackers will manipulate the tool to infiltrate networks. Where can you download Mimikatz? Yeah, I need to get a VM something to hack. We got the always show. RootsMe explain shell. What was this? Was this where you could create a environment? Oh, I think someone chatted with me, but I didn't save it. I'm the worst streamer. Didn't listen to the chat. Didn't save it. Or is it just a moment? No, I don't think so. Is it over now? Yeah. Yup, we won't be making it this time. Hacking teams have such like random logos sometimes. It's pretty fun. All right, Body Mimikatz. So Mimikatz is an open source application that allows users to view and save authentication credentials such as Kerberos tickets. The toolsets work with current release of Windows and includes a collection of different network attacks to help assess vulnerabilities. Attackers commonly use Mimikatz to steal credentials and escalate privileges because in most cases, endpoint protection software and antivirus systems will not detect or delete the attack. Oh wow. Conversely, pen testers use Mimikatz to detect and exploit vulnerabilities in the network so you can fix them. That's true. Kerberos silver tickets. What's a silver ticket? It's interesting, no? It's like a vulnerability. Silver, like I think, is often seen as a vulnerability. No, like a silver bullet. When you say so, a silver ticket is like a silver ticket is a forged Kerberos service ticket. Lets an attacker impersonate a user for a specific service without taking up the domain controller. It's less powerful than a golden ticket, but stealthier and very useful for lateral movement and persistence. How it works, high level. In Kerberos, clients use a ticket granting ticket. It's like a printing machine for all the accesses that you've ever wanted in life. Using a service account long-term key, the account's pass hash or AES keys, not the KRBTGT account. Because the target service validates the ticket using its own account key, it doesn't recheck with the DC. The service accepts the forged ticket and the attacker gains access. Okay, cool. So why were we doing this? Mimikatz? Because we were trying to check whether it was the... We went down a rabbit hole. Yes, Mimikatz targets credentials kept in LSAS memory, but it doesn't normally become Elasticsearch. It reads dump. It reads dump or injects into that process to extract secrets. Local security authoritative subsystem service. LSAS is a process of responsible for enforcing the security policy on Windows systems. When users attempt to log on to the system, while the process verifies their logon attempt and creates an access token based on the user's permissions levels. LSAS is also responsible for user account password changes, all associated with this process. Log on, log off attempts are logged within the Windows security log, which we saw earlier. LSAS is extremely high value target for as several tools exist to extract both clear text and hash credentials stored in memory by this process. Sysinternal Tools. Sysinternal Tool Suite is a set of portable Windows applications that can be used to administer Windows systems, for the most part without requiring installation. Not very hands-on. PowerShell. Oh, Resource Monitor. I like this. Let's check it out. Resource Monitor. What a cool icon. Like a speedometer. Accelerometer. Those of you, if any of you are into cars, I think this is very much used in cars. Maybe it was used for this at the beginning. Because I don't think horses had this at the beginning. Maybe now they do. Be pretty cool if they did. All right. So all this is running CPU That's a lot. Ooh, we get some of these graphs that look like medical graphs. That's really cool. Do you guys see them on the right? Network, memory, what we're using. Wow, disk 100 kilobytes per second. Is that the capacity? CPU is the, oh, this is the range. Well, so sometimes the network goes bananas. I wonder why it's so unstable. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Right now, I'm literally doing nothing on my computer, and I am looking at the network usage, and it fluctuates like crazy. Why? I'm not doing anything. Please help. That's a good observation, and you're right. It can feel unsettling when a computer's doing nothing, but the graph is jumping up and down. The reality is, even when you're not actively browsing or streaming, modern operating systems and applications are constantly talking on the network in their background. Here is the most common reasons why you're seeing fluctuating network usage. Background OS activity, Windows update, Mac update, Linux repos, checking for or downloading updates, telemetry diagnostic, reporting back to Microsoft, Apple, or Linux distros, time synchronization, NCP. I wonder how time synchronizations happen, because there's a lag between the time you receive and send the request and the request is sent. Probably very interesting. There's probably a system that would be like that's a whole rabbit hole to dive in that is hard to get out of. Applications running in the background. Browser, Chrome, Edge, Firefox keep network processes alive, auto refresh, push notifications, or sync open labs. Chat or mail apps. Chat or mail apps, Teams, Slack, Outlook, Discord constantly ping servers to see if they're still alive and everything. Wow. Here it's like a pretty slow one. Like even then, like the memory just jumps for no reason. Network. Wow. It's kind of crazy to think about, no? CPU is really chill. I mean, it really depends on the scale, right? Really depends on the scale. Okay, so click on network and watch what's spiking. Ooh. Hey, MC. Click on network. Okay, network. Oh, this is a Cloudflare. And this is Google. No. Yes, I think. So sync network service. Send B bits per second. That's a lot of communication. Can we find out what is? I'm trying to right click. It's not working. MC, I don't know. Today feels like a bit we're exploring Windows and there's less direction than there usually is. Just browsing. SV chost.exe. Looks like the RDP connection. Is your VPN 10.10.16? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Ah, the address. Ooh, interesting. I have no idea what this is. Uh-huh. No, I'm not connecting to this box in any way. Just, you think the VPN on my computer is this? Because I am using a VPN, but I'm not sure what what ID I'm using. Server public. This is for the server. Oops, cancel. But I don't know what IP address I have in the network. Is European. Yeah, it says your name IP right there. Yeah, you're right. So the network is caused by me then. The network spikes and up, but like it's weird because I'm not doing anything and it's like variating a bit. Is it because I'm moving? When I click the mouse, when I do certain things, does it move faster? $32,000. Did it spike? Network? Yeah, it seems like it spiked. No, cool, back down. Scroll down from the stats from the server. Oh, 1 sec. Click on network, it's your VPN. Yeah, it says your IP right there. Yeah, scroll down. You're streaming the desktop from the server to your browser. Yeah. I mean, that's what it is, right? So this is the server to our computer, like the exact one. So this is why we're seeing so many things. Now WS01 HTTP. We're only receiving, and this we're only sending. That makes sense because we're not really giving orders right now. What if we give, I don't know, a lot of orders? I'm gonna do this messy thing again. Doesn't necessarily send that much data. More. 10K more. Not sure. Anyway, so we saw this. We can see CPU as well. CPU is really chill. Yeah, CPU is very chill compared to... Oh, there's multiple CPUs. There's a CPU 0, CPU 1, CPU 2. Ooh. Why? Is it like the different cores of the CPU? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. I see on the core page that there is on the core page, what am I saying? On the CPU page, that there is different charts with CPUs with numbers from 0 to 3. Why? Why is that? Great question. What you're seeing is your CPU cores, or logic processors, being graphed individually. So that's what it is. Okay. Multi-core processors. Most modern CPUs have multiple cores. Each one is its own mini CPU that can run tasks independently. That's really cool. Hyperthreading, SMT, simultaneous multi-threading. Many CPUs split each physical core into 2 logical processors that can handle separate instruction streams. That's really cool. Windows Task Manager shows each logical processor separately. If you see CPU 0, 1, 2, 3, your computer likely has 4 logical processors. Could be 2 physical cores with hyperthreading, or 4 physical cores without hyperthreading. Okay, this is going a little bit further than what I can process. If you see 0, exactly. So 4 logical processors could be 2 physical one with hyperthreading, or 4 physical cores without hyperthreading. Okay. Ooh, they might fluctuate differently. That's true. Even if you do nothing, Windows services, antivirus checks, and background apps are hopping across cores. It's normal that one core spikes while others stay quiet. Workload is not perfectly balanced at all times. Huh. Interesting. That's why we have different cores. So what we're seeing here is the different cores, but they all seem to spike at the same time. CPU 0, 1, 2. Service CPU usage, CPU total. 0, 1, 2. So we have 3 cores. Interesting. Interesting. Didn't know about this. Alright, let's get back onto the lesson. Mimikatz resource monitor. One more time, let's just check memory and disk. Memory in use 2002 megabytes. Free 55. Okay, wow. Standby. What does that mean? Standby. What does that mean, standby memory? I'm curious. What is standby memory? Could I standby memory shows up in Task Manager windows and it can look confusing. It's cached RAM that holds data from files and programs you've recently used. Windows can keep it around in case you open the same file and app again, then it loads it instantly from memory instead of slower disk. If another program needs memory, Windows will free standby memory immediately and give it to the requesting program. I think phones do this all the time, no? They'll keep some things in memory, and then when you can like close them to free up some memory, and then your computer runs a little bit faster. Your phone runs a little bit faster. So basically, okay. Interesting how it behaves. Maybe probably knew all this, no, MC? I think you're way more advanced. Like, you knew what standby memory meant and everything. 2000 versus 3000. Okay. So standby. I see. Very interesting. And then it's probably going to select the applications that are at least run or that haven't been run at the least amount of time to free up the memory that is required. Like it frees like a buffer. So we have about like 6 megabyte of memory. Or like 5. Alright, 7 a.m. folks, almost. Cool. So, standby memory, we checked it out. Nice. App history shows resource, okay. Startup tab, user tab, detail tab. Service tab shows the name, PID, description, and status of each installed device. The service add-in can be accessed from this tab as well. Process Explorer. Process Explorer is a part of the sys internal tool suite. This tool can show which handles and DLL processes are loaded when a program runs. Process Explorer shows a list of currently running processes, and from there we can see what handles the processes has selected in one view, or the DLL and memory swap files that have been loaded in another view. We can also search within the tool to show which processes tie back to a specific handle or DLL. The tool can also be used to analyze prevent child-parent process. Okay, boring. Fine, we got it. Okay, cool. Identify one of the non-standard updates running onto the host. Submit the full name of the service executable, not the display name, as your answer. Okay, so we have to find a non-standard update service running on the host. What's a non-standard update service? Update service. Submit the file name of the executable. Well, that's interesting, actually. Identify one of the non-standard updates services running on the host. But maybe I should go on Process. Maybe I should go on Process Explorer. PROCESSES. Maybe I should run process explorer.msc. Is that gonna lead anything? No. Okay, so we need to find a non-standard. I'm just gonna go again. Identify one of the non-standard update services. Huh. Monitor network non-standard update services. Running on your host, on the host. Update. Let's see if there was something specific about this. Well, I have no idea. I'm gonna cheat completely. No shame today, folks. Alright, let's see. Let's see what it says. Think longer for a better answer. Thank you for that. Oh, thanks, MC. MC is the real MVP, folks. All right. You're streaming desktop from their service to your browser. Run msconfig and click services. From the server to your browser. msconfig and click services. All right, let's do it. Can I just do that? msconfig and click services. Oh God. Oh, services. There it is. Okay. Ooh, there's a lot of them. Manufacturer, Windows Corporation, Microsoft Corporation. Maybe you can filter by manufacturer. Huh. Now you can tick and hide all Microsoft. Hide all Microsoft services. There we go. Wow. Yeah, good job, MC. Well done. Disable all. We can do that? Wow. So now we need to find, thanks a lot, Thanks a lot. Identify one of the non-standard update services running on the host. Submit the full name of the service. Not the display name as your answer. Okay, so we need to submit the full name of the service executable. Not the display name, folks. Not the display name. Enable all. So now we need to find NordVPN service. Kind of odd they didn't have that on the page. Feel like that was the core part of it. Run msconfig and click services. Now you can take hide all Microsoft. Kind of odd they didn't have that on the page. Feel like that was the core part of it. Yeah, seeing the services configuration. That they didn't have it on there. Yeah, I guess so. I think you know better than me. Yeah, I mean, hack the box is a little bit strange. Foxit reader update. Can I just type in this? Not the display name. So NordVPN-service. Let's do that. Let's see. Incorrect answer. How can we see the display name? So we're trying to see if you got an idea of what services is. Try the other services window now and find it. Try the other service window. Ooh, I see this one. That's true. Maybe that'll make it more clickable. Whoopsies. Okay. So we saw that NordVPN was there. Can I search for one? Can't type in the search bar. Maybe I can go into, what's it called? Task Manager. And from there we can find it. No, still can't search. Maybe Control F? No. Alright, we can at least do it by name. NordVPN starts with an N. Well, it's not there. That's strange. What else we got? Foxit Reader Update. Foxit software. F is further below. Foxit Reader Update. Alright, nice. We found it. System. Memory. Something's not allowed. .exe. Cheap viewers. Nice. But my viewers ain't cheap, and neither should they be cheap. Oh, so many. Well, it's okay. It's not. There's not too many, but there's a few bots, huh? One per stream at least. Foxit Reader updates. Let's try to put this into Hack the Box. See if it's happy. Anyway, I don't think I got it. I mean, MC helped us a ton. Foxit. Not the display name on your answer. Foxit, not Fixit. Foxit. Reader update service. Oh wow, that worked. Holy shit, you're good, MC, huh? Nice. Well done. Also click on that cheat sheet. I mean, kind of. What am I going to do with this, though? Get all files in this C root directory. And this is for iCals help command. I mean, how I don't see. I mean, it's cool, but how would it have help? See what it shows and keep note of what is in it. Why? Ooh, just heard a Windows notification sound. Very curious. OpenVPN connected. I mean, it's cool. Okay, information about our PC system. Can use it, but like, what do you think it's important? Get services. PowerShell commandlet to view running services. You think we could have done it from there? Let's see. So we can type in get services. Whoopsies. Won't work, no. Get. All right. Oh, it's the American keyboard. Whoopsies. Oh, there it is. It's on the question mark. All right, get, oh no. What was it? Get underscore services or get dash services? Whoopsies. Get service. I know. What did you tell me? Get services. Thank you. Let's go back. Get services. I think it's get service. Cool. Yeah, we could have seen somewhere that's not from Microsoft. I wonder if we could pass a service here as, like, you see, like, in which folder was it? Here, system configuration. We clicked on the box that says hide all Microsoft services. I wonder to what extent we could pretend, like, I'm not sure if you've ever done this, MC, but you could say that you're Microsoft, but you're really not, and you try to pass your service off as Microsoft to make the system accept it better. I want your opinion, MC, please, and I'm going to also ask ChatGPT. Allow. It would need to be signed. Yeah, you're right. Hey, ChatGPT, I'm thinking, is there a way that because I'm on the page right now for system configuration, and I see within the service tab all the services that are being run, and there's a tick that says hide all Microsoft services. And I think because it's assumed that Microsoft services are trusted, how easy would it be for a penetration tester or a hacker to pretend like they're the manufacturer, that they're Microsoft, in order to get their software identified as benign when it really isn't? Whoops, double clicked. Hopefully it doesn't cancel. Thanking for a longer, bigger answer. Nice. Choo. So many cats, we got what it was. The CTF is long gone. Delete bookmark. It's possible, but not easy to pretend to be Microsoft. There are several real products, code signing, trusted routes, file locators that make the wholesale impression difficult. Yeah, you're right. It's all about the signature. However, attackers have several practical ways to appear trusted or hide stolen, misused asserts using a third-party updaters, abusing Microsoft signed binaries, or simply changing metadata. So you should verify more than just the hide all Microsoft. Yeah, we don't really know how hide all the Microsoft things work, right? Maybe it just checks the metadata. It doesn't actually check a signature or anything. So maybe there's ways to get around that. Just say that you're Microsoft. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. Cool. Oh, this went down. It was 30,000 before. Okay. Cool. So it would mean to sign. Yes, perfect. Hack the box. We did this. Wonderful. All right. Service permissions. Okay. I'm down for that. Description. Ooh. You can edit it and everything. Well, it seems like you can edit it. Feels like a box that you can edit. All right. Recall that services allow for the management of long-running processes that are a critical part of Windows operating system. System admins often overlook them as potential threat vectors that can be used to load malicious DLLs, execute applications without access to an admin account, escalate privileges, and even maintain persistence. These threat vectors in Windows often come into existence through the service permissions misconfigurations put in place by third-party software and easy to make mistakes by admins during install processes. Yep. The first step in realizing the importance of service permissions is simply understanding that they exist and being mindful of them. All right, we'll do that. Seems pretty easy. On server operating systems, critical network services like DHCP and Active Directory domain services commonly get installed using the account assigned to the admin performing the install. Part of the install process includes assigning a specific service to run the credentials and privileges of a designated user, which by default is set within the currently logged on user context. Boof. Yeah, makes sense, right? The user that's currently logged in is like the vision for it. I don't know. For example, if we are logged in as Bob on a server during DHCP install, then that service will be configured to run as Bob unless specified otherwise. Yeah. What bad thing could come from this? Well, what if Bob leaves the organization and gets fired? Bob doesn't sound like a guy who gets fired or leaves the organization. Bob sounds like a guy who works in human resources for the 20 years and plans on spending his retirement there. Bob never leaves an organization. You are safe. All right, so yeah, I guess Bob could leave. Yeah. Maybe his wife is moving him to Portugal. Sounds pretty fun. All right, the typical business practice that would be to disable Bob's account as part of his exit process. In this case, what would happen to DHCP and other services running Bob's account? These services will fail to start. DHCP, or Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, is responsible for leasing IP addresses to computers on the network. Ooh, I didn't know this. If this service stops on a Windows DHCP computer server, clients requesting an IP address will not receive one. This means a service misconfiguration could lead to downtime and loss of productivity. It is highly recommended to create an individual user account to run critical network services. These are referred to as service accounts. Ooh. The reason I'm going ooh is because in my work we currently we have to one thing we greatly, so MC and whoever's watching, I work as a cyber insurer, and so I look at the questionnaires and surveys that clients fill out in order to assess their risk. And one question that we ask all the time is, how many service accounts do you have? And it's pretty important to understand what they are. And I kind of know, but I kind of don't know really. So let's do one more time. Bob leaves the organization and gets fired. The typical practice would be to disable Bob's account as part of his exit process. In that case, it would happen to DHCP and other services running using Bob's account. These services would fail to start. DHCP, or Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, is responsible for leasing IP addresses to computers on the network. Feels like we're learning two things at once here, huh? Like DHCP and... Okay, we'll see. If this service stops on a Windows DHCP server, clients requesting an IP address will not receive one. Yeah, because the service has been stopped. This means a service misconfiguration could lead to downtime and loss of productivity. It is highly recommended to create an individual user to run critical network services. I don't understand this. It is highly recommended to create an individual user account to run critical network services. As usual. Alright, I need to understand what service accounts are. It's decided. And this doesn't make much sense. Put it simply, what are service accounts? Great, let's keep it simple. A service account is a specialized user that a program or service uses to run on a computer or in a network. It is highly recommended to create individual user account to run critical network services. Okay. Yeah?
Sorry, just taking time.
Okay. You going to the gym?
Mm-hmm.
Spinning or?
No.
Ah, okay. Edan.
No.
Cool. Um, why they matter? Okay. Instead of running as you personal login. The service runs under this account. It has its own username, password, so the service can start automatically and access resources it needs. Okay. That makes sense. Instead of running as you, the service runs under this account. It has its own username, password, or meta identity, so service can run. Okay. So like it has its own identity, so this way it's a little bit safer. Like you keep it isolated with specific usage permissions for like you can isolate a bit more. I'm not sure. So you can isolate a bit more. It's like usage, I think. Makes sense, no? Has its own username, password, management so service can start automatically and access the resources it needs. I wonder to what extent this seems very hackable, no? That it has its own username and password. Like it's stored. Like if it's not stored properly inside the service, then it's probably very accessible. I assume. All right, example, an SQL server might run under a service account so they can start, add boot, and read-write databases. A backup tool might have a service account with rights to read all files. Why they matter? Okay, they often have higher privileges than normal accounts. Juicy target for attackers, of course. They're supposed to be limited to just enough access for the service to work. Principle of least privilege. Some are built in, like local system network service. Others are custom, created by admins for specific apps. Okay. So that's why local system network service are. They're local admins. Huh. Intro service accounts. Users accounts meant for programs, not people. They let service. Yeah, that's what I think. They're for service accounts. Run critical network services. Ah, okay. Oh, wow. So it's kind of like zero trusting way, right? You don't give all the privileges to everyone. You just create one account for that specific service and you run from there. I see. I see. Cool. All right. Examining services using services.msc. Cool. We did this thanks to the wonderful MC. We got to see that. Oh, I'm not sure if it was because of you. We might have seen it earlier, but you definitely helped us check it out further in depth. To view manage about every detail regarding all services. Let's take a closer look at the services associated with Windows Update. Woo, ow, serve. That's another service window. You didn't do that one? Okay. Woo, ow, serve. Windows User Authentication Server. Is that it? Wow. Windows Update. Okay, doesn't matter much. Examining services MSC. It's associated with Windows Update, WAU serve. Make note of the different properties available for viewing and configuration. Knowing the service name is especially useful when using command line tools for examining and manage services. Path to executable is the full path of program command to execute when the service starts. If the NTFS permissions of the destination directory are configured with weak permissions, an attacker could replace the original executable with one created for malicious processes. we discuss NTFS permissions and more. Oh, guys. Oh, I mean it's interesting. It's pretty heavy though. It's pretty heavy. I want to do boxes, but I'm scared I might not be able to load something like this because we already loaded one for the day. Path. I want to see labs. Hack the box. HTTP dashboard. Practice with hands-on and labs. I want to do a few labs, if that's cool for you folks. Gotcha. If you get a virtual, so one needs to use the attack box. And I'd start with starting point boxes. Yeah, for sure. We did a few of them in under Linux. I don't think you were there at that time, MC. So you're saying I can close this, no? If you get a virtual box, you won't need to use their attack box. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I'll do this over the weekend. We have one more stream until the weekend, and on Sunday I'm going to work only on making this stream good, like having a virtual box. Hey MC, I think it was you. What was the virtual box, attack box that you suggested? Didn't you suggest a service for the virtual box? Virtual box for hacking. I'm just going to search that. Hacking, ambiente de prueba con VirtualBox. I think it was called VirtualBox, the service. Okay, VirtualBoxes are probably for Oracle VirtualBox. I don't know. Oracle doesn't sound too good for me. Hey, if it's free though. I use VirtualBox because it's free and has snapshots. VMware can do the same, but costs to use the snapshots. I hear VMware is faster on Windows. Are you on Linux completely? Yeah, if I can like not pay it, be pretty good. Until May, I can't really spend money. After that, it's gonna be we're gonna have a little bit more. Join the VirtualBox community, pays Oracle support. To contribute. VirtualBox is a community effort backed by Oracle. Everyone is encouraged to contribute. Oracle helps ensure the product meets professional quality criteria and offers support for resources for users. So you use Windows, okay. VMware is faster. I think this will do. VirtualBox. I'll look into it, but I have to understand how it works. Like, does it? So it doesn't really. It like takes a part of your computer to create a virtual box, and if it gets hacked, does it like? If I completely fuck up and run some malware on it, it's not gonna infect the rest of the computer, no? That's the point of the virtual box. And I wonder to what extent I can stream the box as well. Probably not. I think I'd have to install the stream onto the box. Yeah, it could break out. I have to think about these things. And even streaming, like, I wonder how others do it. Maybe I should check out their streams actually, see how they do it. Let's go on twitch.tv, folks. I'm gonna see what I usually look at. Cybersecurity we type in. No, that's not what I usually look at. League of Legends, Toad Amarillo. It's a great name. Cybersecurity. They all pretty much do like this or have another PC set up to do it. Yeah, I think having another PC would be just the best. Hey, you're a cyber doctor, one viewer. That's you, MC. Thanks for following. Hacking day 13. Yeah, it's pretty bad how it still stayed day 13 for this time. Dark Side's Diary. 24/7 security channel providing documentaries, shows. A little bit boring maybe. As long as you're not messing with malware, downloading sketchy files should be fine. I think the goal will be to mess with malware and everything. I don't know if hacking malware is a big part of hacking, right? So let's do cap retired machine. What does that mean? Join machine. US free join machine. Machine is joining, that's the IP address. Okay, cool. How many TCP ports are open? I guess I should open here. I look at OWA Labs when you get into the malware stuff and see if it has some set of videos. Thank you very much, MC. Very much appreciate it. All right, OA Labs. Malware analysis takes you in tutorials. Oh. You mean the YouTube channel? Vulgaris. Malware analysis technique tools. Ooh, reverse engineering. Well, this is pretty advanced stuff, huh? Free reverse analyzing. This guy uses a lot of memes. That's fun. Wow, he has 50,000 subscribers just from he streams on Twitch too sometimes. Oh, nice. Just from malware analysis. It's crazy. So many people are interested by that. OA Labs. Okay, I'll have a look. Thank you for that. I just say his YouTube channel. There's so many things I need to look at. All right, let's do hack the box in easy one so far. TCP ports are open. So we should go onto this and get ourselves a box. Previous, I'm pretty sure this didn't require it. Please select the Pawnbox server. DE. Pawnbox server. Waiting to start. Okay, now it's starting. Cool, so we have a box. He streams on Twitch too sometimes. Wanted to ask you something. Oh yeah, MC. Looks like you're pretty advanced on these things. I'm kind of like, I don't think it's very interesting, the Windows part. And I think a lot of it can wait. I'm thinking about going deeper into network. Because I don't know much on network at all. And I'm thinking it could be interesting to get a better understanding of what it's like networking. Before I continue, maybe I should do more boxes as well. It's like the direction is a bit confusing. I think doing anything will help, but if you have an idea of what would be ideal. Oh, I hate Windows. I enjoy web Linux things, and I think I'm not advanced. I just know little about stuff a lot. How come? How come you know little about a lot? I avoid anything Active Directory. Yeah, I get that. Active Directory is a great place to hack, I think. From how much effort everyone's putting into their Active Directory and harding in it and everything, I think it's a juicy target if you're a penetration tester. I learn some subject and then go to next. Yeah. Yeah. That's a way of doing it. And I think I'm heading towards your direction. Never dive deep into anything. Yeah, I think that's my style as well, to learn. Like a little bit of that, and then coming back to it. But diving deep is I think diving deep doesn't make much sense at the beginning. Like, what are you gonna dive deep in? All right, guided mode, adventure mode. Ooh. Submit your answers to the flag. I want guided mode. All right. So we can close this. I think the RDP. Remote section will be disconnected. That's right. That's what we want. And we have another. We have our pawn box. I think that's open. Full screen. There we go. Putting it to the right, as always. And on the left, we'll have our box hack. All right, this is our box. All right, we're gonna ping it just to make sure we have access to it. 245. Oh, it doesn't now come back. Oh, that doesn't look good. Zero received, 100% package loss. What? Ah, because it's in the US. It's in the US. US 3, I think. US 3. Can I get another box in that place, please? EU Academy, US Academy 3. Can we now ping it? Is there a start attack box on that page? With your left hand free. We didn't put music today. Official write-up, walkthrough, adventure mode. Bottom of the cap page. Oh, bottom of the cap page. Created by InfoSec Jack. Released walkthrough. 2,000 players. US free 3. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work here. You sent 57 packages. Yeah, it's this box. Switch location DE. No, it should be in US, but I don't know which one. Sadly, I don't know how to fix this issue. Don't worry, MC. I got you. You did enough for me today. We have to figure this out. Video walkthrough, adventure mode, official write-ups. Video guide. It won't. Ooh. "26 minutes to solve a box."
And get the dates that versions were released, and we have the old date, 2015 July 25th. So the packet capture, extract the FTP password, log into the box, and then running linpies, you'll find out that Python has the setuid permission or setuid capability. So you can just open up Python, import OS, and do os.setuid0 and get root. With all that being said, let's jump in.
Wow.
As always, I'm going to start off with an nmap, so -sc for default scripts, sv enumerate versions, OA output all formats, put it in the nmap directory, and then we'll call it, I think cat is the name of this machine, and the IP address is 10.10.10.245. This can
Whoa. This guy's good, huh? Sudo nmap sc. I think we always type the same commands at the beginning. I think this is why as well. Oh wow. That was almost 4 years ago, just straight off. Okay, so this VPN, this 10.10.14.15, Now, why is it not connecting to the US? Linux easy, walkthroughs, reviews, activity, changelog, user rated difficulty easy, piece of cake, very easy, easy, not too easy, a bit hard. Walkthrough video activity changelog. You're right. I think we need a box for this, huh? OpenVPN. Oh, US Academy 3. We can download the VPN connection file and then connect from our own machine. And then we can connect from our own machine, right? Yeah, if we did this, I think it'd be good. US Academy 3, because this is where it's connected. US 3, free 3. What does that mean? Can we change it to somewhere else? Fuck, I don't remember. You could, but probably won't have the tools needed. I mean, don't you need just like Nmap or something? Sorry, maybe I'm oversimplifying, but I think for basic, like super easy boxes, Bruce as it, you will familiarize yourself with Unix auth and we will explore a scenario. Brute forward via SSH. After gaining access to the server, the attacker perform additional activities. Including aspects of privilege escalations persistence. There should be a pawn box for starting point. Yeah, I agree. There should be a pawn box for it. Anyway, we don't have that much time. We have 19 minutes until I need to get to work. A pawn box. Connect to a pawn box. Pawn bakes on your labs. I'm just gonna try US, see what happens. For instance, I've been terminated. And now I take it the instance just switches place, no? Oh, now it's been terminated for good. Before I think it just switched VPN or something, but instance is now starting. Let's see. Cap look fun. 25 minutes of box. I'd say the attack box switch it to US Academy 3. It did say in the attack box switch to US. Oh man. Paid zero attention. Thanks for telling me. Maybe I can stop it. Machine is being terminated. Please stand by. Switch VPN. Open VPN. The way you're connecting to your pawn box. United States East. Wow, Singapore, Germany. Why is Germany? I'm in Europe. Why is this? We're gonna do Germany anyway. VPN. There we go. Europe free. It's probably gonna slow it down. VPN server. EU free 3. This should do it, no? You use your long pawn box time. Apparently I didn't, because I can still have some pawn boxes here. Tomorrow's Friday. MC. Tomorrow we'll do a pawn box. We'll do some pawn boxes tomorrow. Some Haggler box boxes. And over the weekend I'll work on making sure that we have a lab. I'm gonna spend Sunday doing this. MC, thank you so much for following me today. It's been wonderful having you to help me pull through this, because Windows is not easy. Hope we can learn many things together in the next few weeks. So thanks for being here. I'll close the stream for today, and I'll see you soon. Thanks a ton. Really. Ciao.